weirdly, this is a little, you know, out there, but the thing that gave me the biggest chills ever was working with Shelley Berman. I mean, he's kind of obscure, but I grew up listening to his comedy records, and when I met him in the flesh, I was like a groupie, which was really disturbing, you know. But on a little more current would be Tim Curry. Blew my mind when I worked with him. He is the most amazing person, and my first job working with him, weirdly, I directed him and for an interactive game for Virgin called Toonstruck. And I directed his performance, which I was like shaking the whole time because he was such an idol. He was wonderful. And I wound up directing Dom DeLuise in that session too, who his only thing he wanted was a limo and a ham sandwich. That was in his contract.
And he wanted them to be the same size.
They were the same size. And then we did Mighty Ducks, the animated series with Tim and Clancy Brown. And so that was like, you know, a couple of days a week working with them, and that was really exciting. And then I did a Flintstones movie, like the last TV movie that they did, which was Gene Vanderpyle, which was really Wilma, and Henry Corden, and Artie Johnson, Howie Morris, Charlie Brill, and Mitzi McCall, and Megan Mullally, and just like Brad Garrett, and like just a parade of fascinating people, and then the dirty stories that they all told in downtime at Hanna-Barbera. That was like that was a wonderful time. It was a great job.
The person I am most impressed by working with over the years has been on Garfield a lot this season. I decided that here's a chance to hire one of my heroes, and we brought in Mr. Stan Freberg.
Yeah.
And if you get a chance, Stan and his wife Hunter are down in at the farthest corner of one side of this room at table II-15, and Stan is debuting. How many people saw Stan's presentation again? Wasn't that wonderful? Anyway, go down and get a chance to meet a legend. Stan did a lot of stuff in comedy records and such. It was wonderful. But he was one of the other. He was the other guy in all those Warner Brothers cartoons with Mel Blanc who didn't get billing. He was Junior Bear. He was Pete Puma. And go down and meet him. Believe me, you'll be glad. You can pick up a copy of his new CD. Earl, who have you been impressed? Tell me who you've been impressed to work with over the years. Because Earl's been the top writer and voice actor himself. And who have you been impressed to work with?
Well, I'm gonna pick a time that I actually worked as an actor, and I was the young kid in the room with Dawes Butler, Mary Jane Croft, Alan Young, Chet Mencken, Marvin Miller, and it was just an amazing experience for me.
What was the project?
It was a mutual radio theater that they brought back in the 80s. Chuck probably worked on it.
Yeah. Great. Earl, tell them about that new TV movie, this DVD you got coming out.
Okay, August 24th, look for a brand new Tom and Jerry direct-to-DVD movie that I wrote called Tom and Jerry Meet Sherlock Holmes.
And you'll be happy to know that they don't talk in it.
That's right, they don't talk. But Sherlock Holmes does.
Anybody want to add anything before we adjourn here? Anybody got anything else to plug? Anything coming up?
Yeah, we want to thank you who puts this panel together. This man standing here, although you know him as the interlocutor here, is a genius when it comes to writing, cartoons. He knows everything, and directing, and he's the best.
And I will have a big career as long as other people have talent.
Oh yeah.
We have another Cartoon Voice panel tomorrow at 11:15 in room 6A. This is the Cartoon Voice is at 2 o'clock in room 25 ABC. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you, Chuck.